Here we go. Alright, what's up, fuckers? My name is George Garrett, and this is gonna be my finance channel. So, I don't know, I just got a little inspiration this morning from my boy Joshua Mayo. I don't know if you haven't seen his stuff, and if you're in the finance world and you're a young person wanting to get out there, wanting to go after it, wanting to make money, then I would go check out his stuff. So, he has good YouTube format if you want to get started. So that's where I got my inspiration. I've been watching him the past few weeks, studying other people like Iman and Alex Haroni, all those other people. So I don't know if I said his name right, his last name, but all those other good people that you see all over the internet. I've been watching them, trying to study their videos, and it is lighting his ass right now, but this is just my first video to introduce me. So you can tell by the channel this is who I am. And yeah, I am 20 years old. I live in the United States, and basically I just want to touch with you guys and talk about how we make money. Talk about how we can better our future for our children and for our grandchildren and for ourselves in the present, and how we can change the world. Make big bucks, Another big shout out, so is my boy Steven Sokolov. He was my mentor, and coming up into the adult world a little bit, in the business world, in the corporate world. I just want to say a huge shout out to him. All the books that a lot of people read, like 7 Habits by Stephen Covey, or Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, or Rich Dad Poor Dad. Books like those he introduced me to, and he taught me a lot about. So yeah, and I think those things and having a mentor are important. Sorry, this is just off the top of my head, but that's a huge thing I want to talk about, and especially young people and their influences and the core mentor groups around them and the people that they have influencing them. It should be someone with a good set of morals, not just people cramming fucking education down their throat from previous establishments, if you will. So yeah. Also, I am going to be starting today, tomorrow, day 75 hard. So I'm going to be starting. This is like the first video of me making videos from now on. So this is it. Hopefully it gets way better from here. Hopefully if I record every day, we level and stack and stack and stack and stack, So compound this shit, even though I'm not much for, compound interest is great, right? But how can we compound our production on top of each other? So how can we start something, and how can we continuously compound on top of that production to then make it a product? Whether that's like Ford invented the fucking assembly line, which is just you pass it down, blah blah blah, which was invented way before Ford, but in modern industrial evolution time, that's another thing. I will be relating to history a lot. So I think in the grand scheme of things, like if we want to make a difference, if we want to make money, if we want to get to a position of comfortability, I think and believe that we're not gonna. Money doesn't make you happy, because once you get there with money, you're gonna be restless, and you're gonna want to keep doing stuff, and you're gonna want to continue to grow. And it's not like you're just gonna get there and be like, all right, cool, because complacency is what kills us. And like us, right? Like especially people like me, like I don't have a lot of money right now, but I'm trying and I'm going after it. And if like you have that money, you all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't need to have that hunger in me to go after and get it. And then they're like, they're not happy because all they were focused on getting that money. You know what I mean? I have a lot of other things happening in my life right now that I'm grateful for and happy for. And these past few years have been some of the hardest years of my life. But I'm happy to say that I'm having a kid in April 2024 with my girlfriend. So it's crazy stuff, and I'm super excited. But I mean, I think this is what we're meant to do, right? What else are we meant like? If we're not meant to produce, then what else are we meant to do? Like, just consume everything? That's not it. We gotta. So, I'm super excited for that. You know, there's all of our books. You know, book talk, hey, book talk, pregnancy book. Oh, we'll get to that because that's done. That's gonna be done. So that will be done. No more cranking. You know what I mean? No more cranking the crank. That's not a bad crank. Like, how do you call it crank? Ooh, that might be the new lingo. Call it crank, boys. All right. That's an introduction to me, and hopefully, in a couple years from now, we'll see where I am, and this is we can relate to this video. And my boy Joshua Mayo, you're at 768,000 subscribers. That's what I checked this morning. So one day, coming for you. All right, peace.